Bonjour, bonjour. Hello, everybody. Bonjour. Comment vas-tu? J'espère que tu vas bien. Hello, everybody. I'm just trying to get myself a little situated right here, right now. We're in a new space at this particular moment. So I hope that everyone has had a good week. I know I haven't been here, but baby, listen, we have been working. We've been doing a lot of work. We literally had to move a whole shop, right? So anyways, I must just ask everyone that is here today to please subscribe to this channel. Give the video a thumbs up, leave a sweet, kind comment below, hit your notification or post notification button, and please share the video. Y'all are so funny. Miss Mary said, "You look rested and gorgeous. It's the lighting. I got no sleep last night. I've done more in these last couple of days than I ever about to do in my life again when it came to moving. It is lighting and concealer is what we have here. But it is also hot. So I'm like, you know what? I need to go and grab my fan. Give me 1 second, everybody. Merci beaucoup. Thank you. And maman, s'il te plaît. Merci. Okay, just got to get this floor fan so that I can, how did Tony say it? Breathe again, baby. Breathe again. Oh, my. Whew. Wow. It is not that serious. It's doing all the extra stuff. Okay. Now I just gotta adjust my little booger over here. There we go. All right, so we got some wind so I can stay cool. Y'all know that's always a thing. I need some of that because you look fabulous. Thank you so very much. You have a glow on you, Queen. I promise y'all that is sweat, which is why I had to get the fan. Which is why I had to get the fan. And yes, so it's natural lighting. Natural lighting always make you look a lot better than artificial lighting. It always is always that way. So this over here gives me some natural glorification of the situation, and then artificial lighting. But it's so funny because I literally, right before I got on, I was like, I had a different setup. And then it hit me out of nowhere what to do, which is why I was a little bit late. So here we are. Z-Mac, I have to get with you on 2 occasions. I've been very, really, oh gosh, I can't believe I bent that up. Really focused, trying to get things going here. And as I mentioned to everybody, I asked last week to please be patient and kind with me, because I knew that this past week and even the beginning and this week even was going to be a little bit hectic. There's so much is going on. Everything from moving. I have some jobs, and I had a job in Georgia that I have to go do. There's just a lot. There's a lot that has to happen in a very little time. And so I just ask for your patience and understanding. So understand, like this week, I don't believe we shipped out anything. So understand that you may have not, where things should have been coming a little bit sooner or faster, things may be a little pushed back. But my hopes is that we can be settled enough to get things moving back out of the door no later than like Thursday or Friday of this week. Always please remember that you don't have to worry about reaching out to us as long as you email me at, or our business line rather, at customer service at conjuresouth.com. So that way we can get to all of your inquiries, pardon. And I do know that tech support has reached out to me and was like, you know, Queen, there's emails. I just said, I can't right now. Just this very second, I can't. So we'll start back responding to those things. Just be patient with me. I'm gonna have her send me like 2 or 3 emails a day just because my days are so overwhelming normally. And yes, of course, Ari, I need to make sure that you are in the class as well. So there's that. Um, so yeah, so there's that, and I am not even going to like try to go into like all the things that we have going on outside of our first institute class is on Wednesday, so I'm super excited about that. And then we have the I will put this up because apparently some of the emails were this. I showed y'all this, but I don't believe y'all actually take the time to look. August Community Service Big Bundle participants. The Zoom lesson, the class is on September 11th, 2024. OK? 18h24 et 8h Central. So it's at 8 p.m. Central Time. So just be aware that that is next week on the 11th. So no one has missed that class. There's that. Also, please understand that there are never going to be, you will know if there is a Zoom community service. You will know because it was a big bundle with Zoom service versus a free class. So just make sure that you are aware of that as well. So yes. So class 1 Wednesday, if you are here, Institute students, please be ready because you will have homework assignment on day 1. I sound like the presidential candidates. On day one. So just know on day 1, you will have a homework assignment. Okay. So there's that. So yeah, I feel like I want to go brush my teeth again. The back of them. Definitely want to go back. Yeah, definitely want to go. Definitely want to go brush my teeth again. So, um, if you have not been, I know that one person was not added to the Facebook group. If you have any aliases and those kind of things need to be communicated. I will be double checking before we have class 1. So just be aware of that. Okay. And I guess since I haven't started the readings right now, I will just remind people that we do have the working ritual weekend, which is going to be. I am ready for the last day of working ritual weekend because I know the kind of power and empowerment you are going to step into once you leave. I am so excited about this. So excited. Yes, and please make sure you do give this video a thumbs up, please. And yes, so there's that. I will also just say this too. I am going to be doing I am going to be reorganizing my days and things when it comes to me being online. Again, everybody, you know that I am working towards starting a family and all those kinds of things. And of course, we live in America and everyone has to work. I understand that. But I also look at my life and I really understand that I don't have the time to do the things that I need to do. I really don't. And so I have to make the time. And so I'm going to sit down and really look at what would be the easiest for me to do, but make sure that you all are fed, right? And I want to make this part clear to everybody. Please understand, like today, I'm coming on here for free. The majority of the time that well, no, literally every time I show up live is normally for free. I have private things that you can pay for, but literally 99.9 times you see me here on YouTube, the information is free information, right? And so I am blessed to be able to give what I can, but I also know, again, I mentioned this the other night on my Facebook page. Don't have a wedding if you're not ready for the marriage, because that's the work. Don't be out here having no baby if you're not ready to parent, right? Don't buy a house if you're not ready to create a home. And I've given so much to the Working Ritual Weekend is the annual event. Last year I did have it as virtual, but I don't know that I will do it virtual this year. We'll have to see. But I put a lot of energy and time into this, and I look at my home. I'm like, now that we have the oh, you're fine, Gregory, you are fine. Now that we have the shop in the house at this time, I'm really looking at things and going, wow, like you really have neglected, okay, um I really have neglected so much, and I have to get my space in order. Okay. Um, and so, hello, Idris. Hello, Brandon. How are you doing? I sent a comment maybe a week or so ago, just checking on your well being because I know that you were sick a while back. So I wanted to make sure that you were doing good with your health. I wanted to know if you did what I asked of you and if you got any type of relief and feel much better. I wanted to thank you for the advice. Okay, good, good. I'm glad that you feel much better. Super, super. So, um, I will just also encourage you all to. You may want to begin following me on my personal page at Cotalia. Um, Here on YouTube, I'm going to begin to providing more remedies there, like the herbal medicine things, as well as other just things that are focusing on um, creating your home, building a home, um, really putting myself in the position. Like I have really done a lot of reflection, and I literally just really see how far I've gotten away from my upbringing. Like just in regards to cooking. So a lot of you have seen now, like on my Instagram, I'm showing you all the foods and things that I'm eating. And it's like, it's in these moments of like cooking, like my mother cooks and like my grandmother cooks, that allows us to connect. A lot of people always think that it's always in front of the ancestral space. No, it is also what you do. Do you celebrate like them? Do you drink the things they drink? Because you are them. You are, in fact, them. And so you cannot neglect or negate those things and think that it's all about the incense and the feeding. No, the feeding is you. You are the greatest offering to your people, and you appreciate them by carrying on the things that they did, from cleaning to cooking to the music or even dancing, or particular songs that they play that you now also enjoy and love. But like, so for example, you'll start seeing where I'll begin to post um a plethora of like breads, right? Everything from like just regular good old biscuits to like sourdough bread. And I remember the summer that I realized that sourdough bread was sourdough bread, because I'm certain I had it previous, um, growing up, but I didn't know what it was called until my grandma was like, go get the sourdough. And I was like, okay. And we had it with some of her spaghetti, and it was the best ever. So, so like just really like getting into all of those things so that you can just sort of see what I'm doing in order to operate, move, and build in my own space, right? So, um, so yes, and I just like croquettes and or other kind of things, depending on where you are. People see things differently. Um, yes. So yeah, voila. Um, and as I mentioned, though, I do think I'm probably going to begin to shift back to free weekly zodiac readings. Giving you all some good pre-recorded. Oh, mark your calendars, because I'm about to go heavy back on the podcast and start uploading them back to like Spotify or whatever. But this Friday, we are unpacking Deliverance. I advise you, your homework is to go watch Deliverance on Netflix. People already been sending me the things. And so we're about to unpack Deliverance. And baby, when I'm telling you, I am about to literally deliver deliverance. And I'm about to deliver the Christian church, my baby. Listen, Glenn Close definitely needs an Oscar. I saw a clip. Baby, she the one. She the one. Okay. So I'm about to say I was scared. I watched it at work. This Friday, I'm going to come in hard, okay, with this conversation on deliverance. So you won't see me probably until, you may see me Thursday. You may see me Thursday after today. Yes, we do have a podcast. It's a podcast, but I'm actually going to redo the podcast. I'm going to redo every single topic. I want to just remove, because I don't have co-hosts there any longer, and I would just want to. I want to clear it up, and let's go fresh. Clear it up. Let's go fresh. So I'm going to go back in there. I'm going to redo the nappy clip. Takes me every time I saw that. And so yes, but a film is real good when you get into your car and you got to check the back seat. You know the film is real good when you come home and you open the door and you throw the shoe in before you walk in. Okay? You know the film is good when you have to go sleeping with knives on your bed, on your nightstands with the lights on. B. Joseph says, "Shoot, I do that anyways. I'm gonna need you to get out your neighborhood, or I'm gonna need you to find a new car." Okay. Now my OCD is going crazy, making us think. Yes. So listen, there is nothing scarier than turning off the kitchen light and trying to get to your room before whatever's in the dark gets you to your room. Okay. Light bill high each month because I'm sleeping with every light on. Yes, indeed. I love it. Oh my goodness. But I will say, I'm gonna give Lee Daniels his props though, just because of the things that I have seen. I definitely need to get into it. Like people sent me particular clips. I'm just like, here we go, here we go, here we go. So I have to give Lee Daniels his props though, because if he has people responding like this, those are those movies that they used to make, right? And you just don't see those anymore. Like they literally don't even exist. They don't even exist. Um, Things are not scary. Things that are funny aren't funny. So it's running up the stairs in the dark, feeling like someone's behind you. Those interesting true stories. Um, but I'm going to tell you, the worst thing, the worst thing about turning off the light and trying to get to your room is whatever dark, malevolent, demonic spirit that is in the night that wants you is beyond diabolical because it doesn't stab you, it doesn't grab you, it doesn't pull you. No, what does it do? It makes sure you turn the corner a little too fast just so that you hit your pinky toe and pull it all the way back. This is when you know something is truly demonic. I'm not even going to drag you down. I'm not even trying to amde udumbela. I'm not even trying to none of that. Okay? I just want you to feel suffering from your pinky toe to your ancestrals, your ancestral bones. Oh, okay? Nothing is the worst. Okay? Baby, there's not a pair of socks. There's not a doggone body slipper or nothing you can wear that will ever prepare you for the corner of any hallway. You'll never make it. You'll never make it. And it's always the pinky toe. It's always that one. Never the big one that got a little bit of the sturdy. It's always the pinky toe. Nothing, just lay there. Let it take hold. I mean, your pinky toe will take a quick right. Jasmine, you're in Pensacola, correct? If I'm not mistaken, I may need to reach out to you about something. So, anyways, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a minute. Panama City. Okay, sorry. I thought that you were closer, but you're not too far. Um, I still may reach out to you about something. I need something from Florida specifically. You can only get it in Florida, or the closest I can get it is in Florida. Got you. So, anyways, everybody, I am so happy that you all are back. I thank you all for being patient with me and still be patient. Like I said, over the next 4 days, I'm still going to be quite um, in demand, and I have a lot to do. But I knew that I had to get on here and see how everybody was doing and feeling. So, everybody, I need to know, where are my Virgos? Virgos, where are you? Where are my Virgos? All right, Virgos. If you have a Virgo in your chart, where are you at? Okay. Testimonial. I asked the community service to get my brother's ankles monitor off, and it's coming off next week. Voila, voila. And I will just say, though, October begins that trio of very important the big ones, almost all the birds are coming up. So your September is going to be a big one. But October, November, and December, those are the ones. Okay, my Virgos. So Virgos, for you this week, this is your weekly reading. This is how you need to operate throughout this week, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Virgos, you get the card of the truth. Y'all, how is the Hoodoo Tarot de la Leaf treating you? Are we all in good standing with the Hoodoo Tarot de la Leaf? Virgos, this card communicates that you must operate in accountability, in truth. Vraiment. D'accord? There has to be truth here. It is being clear on what you're doing and the consequences of it, and you must be accountable for that. What you're not doing, the results of that, and absolutely being accountable for that. A lot of times people always try to make accountability this thing of like negativeness or some kind of unfavorable. Oh, you need to be held yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable in every regard, whether it's positive, negative, necessary, potential. Pardon, j'ai oublié la phrase. Promising or unfavorable. Okay, one way or the other. You must hold yourself accountable. Why? because you need to know when you do your best and why you want to keep doing it that way, versus when you don't do your best and why you don't want to do things that way. But let me tell you something about this as well. A lot of times people do, and of course, when you have this card and you do have this mirror in the back that says reflection, okay? Look back at you, self accountability. We also need to understand if we're moving in our own space of being accountable, we also need to hold others accountable as well. And when you try to hold other people accountable, they're going to think that you're attacking them. If they're not mature enough to understand and see um, that maybe you being holding them accountable, or you trying to assist them in being accountable, is because you care, not because you're trying to impede or attack or pull down or any of those things. Okay. Super, merci. Thank you so much, Shia. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I haven't really been seeing them circulate, but I got some things in the works. I got some things in the works. Not another set of tarot cards. Okay, moving on. Where are my Libras? Libras, where are you? If you have a Libra, or if you have Libra in your house in any shape, way, form, or fashion, I also just want to ask for my Libras, what do you think is your best quality? What is the best quality of a Libra? For my Virgos, what is your best quality? I would love to know. For my Libras, we get the Four of Clubs. The Four of Clubs communicates that as you maneuver in this week, you need to maneuver in understanding. It almost goes back to the space of accountability, but it is like le loup solitaire, le carte de la loup solitaire, which is the card of the wolf, the lone wolf. This is about getting to the source of things, getting to the source of your blessings so that you can magnify, grow, and expand those things. Versus, or in addition to, rather, when you have something that is unfavorable or negative, knowing what the source of that. Don't get distracted by the runny nose, upset stomach, diarrhea, headache, hair falling out, teeth falling out, whatever the situations are. No, my baby, you got the pandemic. You don't even got one. You just got the whole pandemic, right? So you need to attack it in that capacity, in that way. This is not one of those things where you are, let me just chip away at all the things. No, all the things that I mentioned says that you have the flu, get a flu shot. All the things that I mentioned says, no, you don't need to get a knee brace. You need to get a knee replacement. Baby, there's no cartilage there for you. Those bones are clapping. Okay, so it's important to make sure you understand that getting to the source of the issues, the problems, and moving this diet change. And Amanda, I didn't reach back out to you about something that we had talked about. I still need to do that. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you too. I'm going to tell you about food habit versus diet change. For me, I think I'm gonna go buy a scale, but because I've been so focused now just on cooking and really just getting back to how I grew up. When we were done eating, we were done eating, eating slowly. Right now in my household, we're watching TV while eating. I want to stop that too. Slowing down and eating so that you really know when you are full, being aware and going, I am full. I don't need to finish my food because a lot of that is conditioned. A lot of that is conditioned. So let's get beyond that condition, right? And just go ahead, look, if I'm full, I'm full, move it forward. You know, growing up, we never watched TV and ate dinner. Never. That really didn't become a thing until I went to college. Okay? Scorpio. Where are my Scorpios? If you have Scorpio in your chart, okay? If you have Scorpio in your chart, um, let's see where you are. But also tell me the best quality of a Scorpio. What is the best quality you carry? Loyalty, secretive, the allure. Got a bunch of Scorpios too. Depth, darkness, seduction. Okay, overwhelming. Scorpio, you get the Six of Diamonds. The Six of Diamonds communicate that this week for you, your roads are blessed. Your roads are blessed. Your roads have the things on there, the sweetness, the goodness, the love, the money, the whatever it is, it's there. The question is, are you? It doesn't matter if you're taking Highway 63 when you're supposed to be on 280. It doesn't matter that when 280 is a road that's blessed. It doesn't matter that you're on the road headed in the direction when you're not on the path heading to the direction. There's a completely different response there, okay? So, in this space here, and just having this conversation, we really have to and it's really really important that that you are, in fact, oh my gosh, I've been starting a new business, so I needed to hear this. So it's very important to know that, again, your blessings can be present, but you may not be. Snapple apple, when I tell you, if I don't know nothing else, I know you're going to be good. I know you're going to be more than fine. It's really interesting here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So it's very important to just keep in mind that you need to be on the path. It doesn't matter that the road is blessed if you're not there. Here's another element to that. It doesn't matter that your roads are blessed. It doesn't matter that you are there if you don't appreciate what is present. It may not look, smell, think, move like you want, But if it's there for you, it is for you. Receive it and show gratitude and appreciation for it so that you can be blessed more large or larger, pardon, larger than the blessings that you currently are witnessing at this moment. Okay? Sagittarius. Where are my Sagittarians? Where are you? I also need to make this announcement too. You all listen. I got word today actually that there's particular people that we are connected to that's trying to do these classes that are ATR related, um, and are trying to capitalize on those things. And I'm going to tell you something about ATRs, particularly. Okay. If a person is your godmother or father, their knowledge to you is not transactional. Their knowledge to you is not transactional. So if they're trying to capitalize on you when it comes to classes and education, you can do what you want to do, but I'm telling you, as a child of the African diaspora within the ATIs, the only thing I paid for in the religion was when it was time for ceremony and we had to get the goats and the chickens and all of those kind of things. But outside of that, what was given was fed in that time of the time that we spent together. Okay. Some of you get very, very confused because you see somebody with a spoon in your face and you thinking that they're giving to you when in actuality they're taking the spoon from you. Be aware of that, okay? Be very aware. Sagittarians, we have the Two of Hearts. The Two of Hearts communicate that our focus this week needs to be our relationships, okay? Needs to be specifically on our romantic relationships, but really, my mom got scammed years ago, $15,000. Bless you. Bless your mother. My gosh. But and now they're charging that much for an initiation now. They're charging that much for initiations now. The scammers are, because it costs you a whole lot less. My initiation was not even a fraction of that. Not even a fraction of that. Okay? So, Sagittarians, we need to focus on our relationships, our romantic relationships. We need to be catering to that, nurturing to that, um, acknowledging of that, being aware in it, okay? But it's also talking to the things about, okay? It is also talking about things that are aligning you, things that are aligning you, things that are aligning you. So things that are assisting you in, not even, yeah, I would say assistance. Yeah, things that are assisting you to get to where you're trying to go or where you want to go. The sweet, kind, gentle things. Okay. So yes, and it may not be friendships, Fana. It could be um it may not be friendships. It could be just your own actions of aligning to where you're going. Focus on the things that are coming together, moving as one in the same direction towards your ideal goal or desires. Okay? And Amanda, I'm going to keep y'all informed because you need to understand, if I ever mention somebody and you trust them because of my affiliation with them, you're my responsibility to at least communicate, announce, or um, broadcast, what needs to be broadcast. Because no, I personally will not ever, um, under any circumstances, try to get over or take advantage of a person in this space. Never. You can always find me. You always know where I'm at. That's just a reality of things. Um, and so I don't run. Like, if there's a problem, let's talk. Let's figure it out. It's probably just a lapse in communication, but there's that. Are you saying that there shouldn't be any cost associated with classes and time running ATRs? I'm telling you that when you are stepping into an ELA, when it's coming to an ATR, what you are taught should not be a transactional thing. When you have become initiated in an ELA associate, that should not be a thing. Now, if you're an outsider and the person is having a class that you trust, yes, you can take a class if you want to. But what I'm also telling you is this: classes are not going to get you where you really want to. Classes aren't going to give you the experience in the ATR. It may give you information, but it's not necessarily going to give you the experience per se. All right. And what I'm also making, this is the bigger point, Zakia, because yes, sometimes some people operate their things differently, but this is what I'm really saying. If the mentor is reaching out to you and promoting to take from you versus that mentor just reaching out and giving to you, because you need to question it. And if you have to question it, it's a no. It's always a no. If you have to question it, it's not a yes. Because you're going to know when it's a yes. If that makes sense, okay? All right. Capricorns, where are you? My thing is, what I've come to realize is there's just a lot of individuals that are constantly preying on people. Okay. I can show you my notebook of all the things I learned in voodoo, and everything that I learned in voodoo The only thing it cost me was the gas money to get to where my papa was. That was it. And due to that, I made sure that he was fed. And due to that, made sure that things were done that needed to be done around the house or things that I could help out in any way. The Bible is not listen, be on the podcast on Friday. I'm pretty certain it'll be on Friday. I may wait till Sunday. I don't know. Probably on Friday though. No, I think I will do it on Sunday. I don't know. I need to divine. Um, Adrena, I will tell you one thing too. I know that you're new here. I don't call out people names. I don't directly respond to those kind of things. It's just not professional to do. But I will tell you this: the Bible is not a foundational piece of hoodoo. Hoodoo was a thing before the Bible ever was a thing. How does one, just for a quick example, how are you as an enslaved person going to be implementing the Bible when you can't read or even write your name? Make the math, please. I'll wait. Sharon, a lot of things are transactional, my dear. A lot of things are very transactional. And I'm telling you that because I have history. There, things are very transactional. Okay? How does one implement the crucifix or even I'm not gonna go there. Y'all are just gonna have to y'all gonna have to be here for the podcast. You gotta be here for the podcast. We're gonna get into it and all of the things, okay? A lot of people use Psalms. Should that be used in hoodoo? It's not. Listen, y'all. I can write a book of affirmations. That doesn't make it hoodoo. The Bible is not a part of hoodoo. But people use words of conviction okay? People can use the words of conviction. Your own words of conviction is stronger than somebody else's, and especially your oppressor's words. Okay? The reason people, and I'm gonna get on this on Friday. The reason Black people want to bring Psalms into hoodoo is because they can decolonize everything but the Christian religion. They're going to hold on to Sky Daddy some way, somehow, which is why a lot of Black people quickly go to Orishas. Why? Because you have the priest, preacher, Elay, congregation, the collection plate. So all you've done was taken incense and kente cloth and given it to Sky Daddy and now called it Ifa. That's not how it goes. And that's the true thing. A lot of people have this thing about no. Podcast. Y'all just get ready because we are going in. We're going in, okay? Capricorns, you have the phases reversed. This is communicating that you are going to actually, that's for you, you actually are going to struggle with the changes of this week. The solution to that is move with the changes. You don't understand? Still go forward with it. It doesn't make sense? Still go forward with it. You got to try to explain it and you can't. It's fine. Still go forward with it. Okay? And the podcast I do that'll be coming up, I'll probably do it public. So it'll be for everybody. So y'all don't have to like be in any special spaces. It'll probably just be out here for everybody to know. I don't know. Do I want it live or do I want to pre-record it? I don't know. There's one aspect of it that I would love it to be live, but there's another response that goes, do it pre-recorded. I don't know. Chevy Ross said, if hoodoo has nothing to do with religion, why don't people just keep their religious beliefs separate? It's because they have been indoctrinated to live based off of their religious beliefs. But they want the magic to pay their bills. They want the magic to appropriate and to scam and to these things to pay their bills. Okay? They also understand that, and this is what people got to understand, Christianity, Psalms, any aspect of that within hoodoo or any African space traditionally is the thing that is going to allow you to relate to another person. That's what I tell people. There's so many people out here now with these hoodoo conjuring businesses, and oh, it's authentic. Well, it's not authentic because you're Black. That's not the case. It's a cultural thing, to be honest. And you grew up in Christian faith and culture. You did not grow up in hoodoo culture. You may have had traditions during New Year's and you knew not to sweep over somebody's feet, but that's not growing up hoodoo. That's growing up Black. But because the majority, 99% of Black people grew up in a Christian household and faith, and that allows you to be relatable to everybody else. Well, remember when you felt this way? I felt that way. Oh, I feel like this. And so I can come up with the completely thing of going, watch me. I'm about to give Glenn Close a run for her money. Let me get some water real quick. Love a good mason jar. Watch now. So, did you feel like the black sheep of your family? You know, you would dream things or you would say things and people just go, oh no, you're crazy, or that's not real. But they forced, but you had to come, you had to go to church. And when you were in church, something just didn't feel right. Something just didn't feel right. And I just knew something wasn't right there altogether. But I knew that there was like magic in me. And I knew that there was magic um, in my household. And my grandmother, she used to have this space where she would literally um, write down psalms, and she would sit in there and she would pray over things and over people, and this is how I knew that she was a conjurer. Did your grandmother have psalms in a small space or in particular books, or did she just always repeat one particular psalm? Because that's hoodoo. That's hoodoo. Um, you know, see, that's what people are doing. That is not hoodoo. That is not hoodoo. That is literally Christian faith, using these prayers to pray away or to things, etc., so forth and so on. Okay? But because you're black and you stick a head wrap on and grab some incense and throw 3 candles behind you and put on a dashiki, does not make it hoodoo. That's when my question started. As a pastor's kid, I stayed in trouble for asking bad questions about the Bible and Jesus. You know, yes, along with some salt and other stuff. I'm just showing you how easy it is to do. But religion is so personable because most people truly are only able to live based off of the faith that they have. Because this government ain't doing it. This government isn't giving us hope. So sometimes it's just the faith that you have. So if I can tap into that or tap into the trend, because you had to go to church, you endured religious trauma. No, you had to go to church because you grew up in a Christian household. That's not trauma, my love. That's not trauma. You know? So that's the thing about it. Um and so that's it's super, super important to understand that people are going to play on your sensitivities. And because they look a certain way and they want to talk a certain way and all of these things, it's entertaining, alluring, but then it also goes, yes, I sort of felt that way. I relate to that. Me, I can that's one of my weaknesses, okay? Is that I don't relate to that because I only know this. I only know this. And I know it from Queen Nancy from the 1700s, marrying Frenchman Guillaume de la Nive, to present day. Aquarius, where are you? But going back to my Capricorns really quickly, and I'm gonna have to keep this thing moving because I had a whole, like, my whole house is a whole thing, right? But going back to my Capricorns before we get to our Aquarians really quickly, like this is why I also have to start back doing the pre-recorded videos. Being on here on hours on end is not healthy. I have so much that I have to do. Um so But going back to my Capricorns, move with your changes today, okay? Move with the changes this week. Don't resist them, don't fight them, go with them. These are life changes, regardless if you get it or not. Move with it, okay? Aquarians, the doll baby. The doll baby is telling the Aquarians to make sure that you, my dear, in fact, voila, voila, that you need to trust what you know to make the decisions you need to make. Look to your past experiences so that you can have the best judgment. This is different than divine judgment. Okay? That's like the spiritualist card. This card is specifically about good judgment, not discernment. But this is a good judgment call, decision that must be made. So when you have this particular card, this card is saying, what you see this week, you've seen it before. What you've seen this week, you've seen before. Take what you've learned from your past and apply it to your future, to your present, to your present. Pisces, where are my Pisces? Where are you? Do you have Pisces in your chart? What is the best thing about a Sagittarian? What is the best thing about a Capricorn? What is the best thing about an Aquarius? And what is the best thing about a Pisces? Oh, hey, Sunny said I was empathy. Then I can't be a Sagittarius because I'm not really empathetic, to be honest. I do believe that, Adriana. Adriana, yes. Pisces, you get the Two of Diamonds. The Pisces here, it says literally, take care of your problems at the beginning of the problems. Take care of the issues on the onset of the problem. Do not wait and allow these things to grow and become larger. And no, this week, when you see a small issue, handle it then. In the same respect, when you see a little good, you better recognize it, praise it, give it gratitude and appreciation. When you see that little blessing, that little drop of honey, you better treat that little drop of honey like a whole beehive. Jasmine, I may have to agree with you there. People say that I am funny. I don't try to be. I don't think that I am. So there's that. Aquarius. I had a lover once who was Aquarius. Good and bad. Everything else paranoid. Everything else a little paranoid. Sagittarius. I think it's our ability to get up and leave. Well, I won't disagree there. Ain't nothing good about an Aquarius. It's natural, queen. Yes, that's what makes y'all so funny. It's natural. You don't even have to try. I think it's a deficit or something. Like I probably need to go get a check, to be honest. My mother says, Mama Bear, I think I've told you before, that she says she said if I had any sense I would be dangerous. Okay. So Pisces again, blessings or messes, handle, okay. I actually had a podcast, the Kiss Crew podcast, which was sort of girly and funny, or it was just girly. But I mean, I'm just who I am, and it really, I didn't feed it enough. I didn't feed it enough. But I really want to get back there too in that podcast as well. But we'll see what happens. Pisces, Aries, where are my Aries? Aries, Aries, Aries. I would agree with you, Shia. Okay, so Aries, the Hellhounds. The Hellhounds is a card that says this week you may find yourself to be in spaces that are, in fact, um, the anxiety, angst, um, um, not just anxiety, but stressful. Um, Possibly um, just stress, worry, doubt, anxiety. It could be that thing. But let me tell you something. Walking on a road that is stressful does not mean that you must respond stressfully. Walking down an aggressive road does not mean that you have to respond aggressively. It's very, very, very important that you understand that you have to be accountable for your own energy when you step on those routes. When you step on those routes, you have to be very clear of that. Be very sure of that. Because if you're not very sure, if you're not very clear, and you stand with that and hold that, when things come up, it will shake you. It may not break you, but it may shake you up. You're good, but you need to know that you're good. Okay? So for the next Taurus, Taurus, where are you? What is the best trait of an Aries? And what is the best trait of a Taurus? Taurus rising. All right then. Ex lover was a Taurus and is soft. Aries and their confidence and determination's very strong willed. Very strong willed. Very strong willed. Definitely agree there. I understand that, Adrina. Taurus, the Lovers cards. Love, so many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a possibility that you look at me differently. Anyways, so Taurus, you have the Lovers cards. And the Lovers card is the card that literally says that your focus for this week should be about that space of romance, sweetness, but also the conversation of the of huge alignment. Those things that again that's making things easy for you. Merci, Z-Mac. Um, those things that are making it very easy for you to move freely, easily, abundantly, without stress, without doubt. So this is, you need to cater to that. That's where your focus needs to be. That's where your interest needs to be. That's where your efforts needs to be, in fact. Okay? So that's where it's at for you. And you may say, well, I don't have a love. Do you desire to have one? Do you desire to have one? And if you do, are you giving yourself the opportunity to even find interest that could lead towards love? Okay. And next card, Gemini. Gemini, where are you? What is, merci, Nicole. Merci, Josie. So my thing is, what is the yes, Virgo was already mentioned, but you can watch the replay. So Gemini, what is the best trait about a Gemini? Hello, Peter, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Honesty. Mm. I had to just think about it real quick. Who are my Geminis? I can always tell a Gemini by the way they draw on their brows. I always can tell. Oh, Z Mac, is your life truly in shambles? Or is life not looking like you desire at the moment? Because if that's the case, my life also is in shambles. Definitely lit, Sophia. Definitely lit. So for my Geminis, you get the 9 of diamonds, which communicates preparation. This week is all about the preparation. It is all about not receiving, not bringing things into fruition, but literally to prepare. Préparer. D'accord? So it's about preparing. It is getting ready. Is your mouth preparing you for your desire? Is the way you're thinking preparing you for your desire? Are your actions preparing you for what you desire? Are the people surrounding you conducive to what you desire? Or do you need to let them go so there's space to get what you need, etc., or what you want, so forth and so on? So it is this question that you have to ask when it comes to preparation. Is the space, the environment, the location, is that conducive to what it is that you are in fact going to be receiving? It's not if it comes, it's when it comes. Have you prepared to obtain, attain, and retain the blessing? And Cancers, where are you? Cancers, where are you? Oh, super, super. Literally just had this thought. All right, Cancers. You have the Ace of Diamonds. The Ace of Diamonds communicates that. Merci, Dr. Stephanie. Thank you so very much. The Ace of Diamonds communicates that your focus has to be your profession, your money, or the earthly things you want: car, house, coming to the working ritual weekend, coming to the fat, whatever it is. It has to be what you want. It's very mundane. Your movement has to be very earthbound. Don't put a lot of work in the spiritual world this week. It needs to be about I'm taking physical earthly action. Okay? Physical earthly action is really what this is communicating and is presenting to you. And last, we have Leo. Leo, where are you? Where are my Leos? What is the best trait of a Cancer? And what is the best trait of a Leo? Renaissance says that Cancers are creative and Leos are bold. I read it as bald when I first saw the word. Forgive me. Those Leos are so charming, is what Amanda said. Leos, the King of Spades. The King of Spades says that this week, Leos, you need to prepare to recognize two things. It's a two-sided coin. All coins have two sides. So it's one coin, two sides. All right. The coin itself is disconnection. Normally emotional or intellectual disconnection. So here's the thing. One side of the coin, recognize who and or what is not relatable or connecting and let them be. Don't invest. Flip the coin. Check yourself to make sure that you are not the thing or the person that is unrelatable or has an emotional disconnect. Because if it's you, then you should understand why people are not involving you or being invested in you or engaged with you. And then for the other side, you may have to let people on their way for now because there's that disconnection isn't there. I'm not about to keep holding on the phone when the line is disconnected. I'm not going to continue to invest to you or with you or whatever because the line is disconnected. Okay? So there's that. Everybody, I want to just say thank you so very much for this free weekly Zodiac reading this afternoon. I do want you all to come back and listen to this. Come back and listen to it. Remember this card on Monday, tomorrow, tonight. Remember how you should be moving. Okay? Tomorrow morning, before you do anything on Tuesday, before you make any decisions on Wednesday, before you experience a particular environment or space on Thursday. Same on Friday, same on Saturday. So it's super important that you absolutely, thank you so very much, that you walk with this card first. That you walk with this card first. All right? Everyone have a blessed one. It's been a pleasure. Until next time, merci. And Kojalin, welcoming being an incredible member. You are my elite employee. Kojalin, as the member for a month. Merci. Until next time. Bye-bye.